small business has a story. We're here today to sit down with one of our local business owners to find out what makes Central Virginia so special. Welcome to Tea Time with the Central Virginia Business Coalition. I'm Heather Alto, Executive Director.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels of Lynchburg.
And we are here today with Jennifer Sherwood of Creative Cove Designs. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining us. Are you ready to spill the tea?
Absolutely.
All right, great. So kind of tell us the story behind Creative Cove.
So I started back in 2020. I had a different business at the time that I was helping a friend out with, and I decided I could make our apparel cheaper than what we were getting it for. So I had a friend give me a free machine, and then it morphed into a 2-story brick and mortar over the years. So we do a lot of different things. We have embroidery, custom apparel. We have a makery studio for people to come in and do different projects. We hold different workshops and camps for kids, adults. And so that's kind of how we morphed into what we are today.
Awesome. So when did you have that moment when you knew that this was what you were made to do?
I've probably had a lot of those moments, but most importantly, it's when I give somebody something and their idea has morphed into an actual product, and it brings them joy and happiness, or whether it's a grandma's recipe or something that we've engraved and put on cutting boards or things like that. It's just the happiness from clients that I realize that this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
So I'm sure, as with any business, you face challenges. What are some of the challenges you've faced starting out?
Starting out, some of the challenges were just the equipment, the learning curve of all the pieces of equipment, or doubting myself, like, can I really do this? Or thinking like this was going to be easy. But those are some of the biggest challenges when we first started out. Since then, as we've grown, we've been in more challenges, such as payroll and things like that. Hiring was a big eye-opener for us.
So what keeps you pushing forward after facing the challenges that you have?
So I keep moving because my daughter, she's in line. This is what she wants to do. This is the career path that she wants to do. So at first I thought I would just work until I got tired and then find something else. But then she came along and she really liked it, and we really have a passion together and enjoy working together. So she is definitely the push. I want her to be able to look to see Mom kept going even when it got hard. So
that's amazing.
My daughter for sure.
And I think that's what a lot of small business owners, you see a lot of them say they're doing it for family or to give something to the younger generation, which is really nice to see.
Yeah. So Central Virginia is a great place to have a business. What made you pick where in Central Virginia you have your business?
So I tell this story a lot. We started out in a different business in northern Amherst, and then we would go to Walmart and we'd ride past our building that used to be the old Flower Basket. And I would tell my family, I'm going to be in that building one day. I'm going to be in that building one day. And they would say, okay, Mom, whatever. Or my husband would say, okay, honey, I hear you. Every time we went by there. And so I kind of think the building picked me. I didn't necessarily pick it. I think I manifested it, but we ended up there, and it was a cool story of how we ended up there. So we definitely are where we're supposed to be in that building.
I like it. And I used to work in that building, so it's really weird to come and visit you there because it's kind of like memories from 10 years ago. So it's kind of a cool place, and it's a cool little building, and I love the way you've got it set up. We saw that I saw that you did in December, you did some wreath classes and things like that. And it's a very unique building set up the way it is so that you can do those classes but still have a retail space and kind of do that. So I think it is the perfect place for Creative Cove.
Yeah.
And just a quick highlight, we have our fabulous mugs you may see us drinking out of for tea time. These were created by Creative Cove. So it's just a little sample of some of the work that you do. What is one of the things, like, how do you work with your customers? Like, how do you show appreciation for your customers?
So one of the things that we thrive on are small businesses. We're one, so we know how it is. Like, sometimes people can't afford to buy 100, 200 shirts. So one of the things we really cater to small businesses. I mean, we have our bigger businesses as well. Mm-hmm. So we do not have minimums. We do not have quotas. If you want one shirt, we're going to make you one shirt. If you want one cup, we're going to make one cup. And so I feel like we work with every client and build budgets for people. So if you come in and you tell me you only have a certain budget, then I'm going to help you build what we can to fit in your budget. So we do cater a lot to small businesses.
Awesome. So how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
I think like a year and a half.
Okay. And how has the CVABC supported your journey?
Networking. We have been, as a member, we are heavily supported. There are resources that are given to us, the networking opportunities that we would not have otherwise, to bring all business owners together to show us that we are not, in fact, alone. Because when you start on this journey, it does feel alone. So without a doubt, the coalition has definitely provided that space. So I'm not sitting in my office thinking I'm the only business owner that's stressing over payroll or anything like that. It's like, wow, you're human too.
Right.
So for sure, the support that we get.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. So are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the most divisive question we'll ever ask.
Okay.
Sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Neither.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, so now I have to know what.
I don't drink
What's
caffeine.
the vice?
You don't drink caffeine at all?
The only chocolate.
I'm shocked.
Chocolate. That's it.
Chocolate. Okay.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Okay.
Okay.
What's your favorite local business other than your own?
Oh gosh, I have so many. Like my whole business is made up of small businesses. So right off the cuff, I would have to say A2K Precision. That's a new business. And
Adam and Ashley.
yes,
I
yes.
know them well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've helped them. I've watched them grow and did a lot for them and absolutely loved their journey and what they've been on. So that would be my answer.
All right. So tell us a myth about your business that we kind of can dispel right here.
Well, there's a lot, but I would have to say that, well, off the cuff, I'd say that it's easy because it's not. And when people say you're so lucky you can work when you want, that's true. But I also work when I don't want to work too.
Right.
I think every business owner watching this just went, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get that a lot. Like, oh, it must be nice to be able to work whenever you want. Like, yeah, I'd really like to get home before 7 o'clock every night. But yeah, you're right. It is nice.
Well, and I think some people don't see that just because you may not be in the office from 8 to 5 every day, that doesn't mean you're not working.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're not doing things off the clock, because a lot of times small business owners, that's where what we're doing. And so, yeah. What is the best piece of business advice you could give?
Pretty much never stop learning. Every day I learn something new. And that's the way we grow, is in everybody you meet, you learn something from. So just never stop learning.
What's one thing you wish you'd known before starting?
I would have to say one thing I wished, I would have to say
7.2%.
yes, that hiring somebody, it costs a lot more than what you think it does. Yeah.
It's more than that hourly wage. Because you recently hired your first employee, and I was helping you with that process, and you were like, did you know that you have to pay 7.2% to the Social Security? Like, sure did. Should have told you that. So it's
told me.
The costs are there, the hidden costs, right? So things add up.
They do. That was a shock to me, for sure.
So how can people best support Creative Cove?
Refer us, share or find us on social media, share or post, and just keep talking about us. Word of mouth is 95% of our business. So definitely just share our post, like our post, and tell people about us.
I like it. And I love that you have so many different things too, because I think you've got a sign somewhere. I saw it laying in there somewhere the other day, and it's like, basically, if you can think it, we can make it. Like if you have an idea, come to us and we'll see if we can figure something out for you. And I love that the creative is first, right?
Yes.
So it's there's definitely a lot of creativity going on in there.
It's great to have businesses like yours for the non-creatives, like myself, where we can just kind of throw that idea out and then you create something from it. So thank you for joining us today on Tea Time. And thank you for listening in today and watching us. And we hope that you will tune in next week when we spill the tea with another local business.